this week. He was like my best friend. He was like a child to me. I miss him a lot. Now I want somebody to know that I'm in a position where last week at the Balfour Street flats they had some kind of raid or operation on the building adjacent to mine. I live in a whole block. It was on the news. I think it was a drug lab. And at the same time there was a domestic violence incident in the apartment directly above mine that was so bad that it attracted the attention of the police rescue people who happened to already conveniently be outside on the street for the other thing next door. It went on for hours and hours. And housing have told me that even though they agreed previously that it was unsafe for me to go back there, now they're saying if I don't stay there, I have to give up the property, so I'd be homeless with nowhere to put my stuff. So I have to choose between living in a place where I've been threatened and harassed, and the person who threatened me is still there, and I have to be surrounded by all of that stuff, or I have to give it up. And the only reason I'm in that position is because I was honest, and I did the right thing, and I said when I left, when I was honest and told them that I hadn't been staying there. And what caused me to do that was because one of their staff members confirmed to that person who threatened me that it was me who'd been making the complaints. And the woman who's now the manager, who says that she's looking for a place for me, says too many people are calling about this case. I'm back on this suicide watch thing. Whatever happens to me now, I just want people to know that that's what they do to you. You know? You ask for help and you're honest, and then they say, well, if you stay, you have to put up with that and be unsafe where you've been threatened. And the reason I ended up in that position there was because they didn't help me to begin with. And if I don't stay there, they say they're going to try and evict me or something. And yet they also go on and on about how busy they are and there's never enough time for anything. You think that their energy and resources would be better spent elsewhere, maybe on people who actually aren't doing the right thing. Maybe I should have done that. That cat was the only thing that I had left. After living there, I wasn't able to work or stuff, and I didn't want to talk to my friends. could invite anyone over or anything. And this woman, this team leader, who hasn't responded to anything so far, nothing. She must have gotten so many emails about me, you know? The first response that I get from her was last week, telling me that I reported the incident, and she was obviously really worried about who would see it, because she sent me this email telling me not to email all those people, that it was incorrect information, and that I should just send my information to that T104 email address, which nobody ever responds to. Not only does nobody ever respond to it, but I emailed it. I've got dozens of emails to that email address that nobody ever replied to over the years. And it was really obvious that she was just really worried about how it looked. Especially because when I wrote back, it became really clear that I didn't have incorrect information, that it was very specific and very correct. And I wish that it wasn't. I wish that people knew what they do. How they treat people. They don't have anything left now. Too many people are calling. It's pretty cold. I haven't met a fax member yet who seems to enjoy doing their job, or to do their job at all. This has all happened in a week. That happened last week at Balfour Street, and a few days later my cat died. It's too much for me.